Hello everyone. On this video we are going to use PyScripter for Python 2.7 in order to create this program. We are going to request two numbers from the user, two integer numbers from the user. We are going to compare them to say whether the first one is bigger, smaller, or equal. In order to do so, we are going to use an if with one condition, but in this case, we have three possibilities. So we cannot just use if else. If we have more than two possibilities, we have to use the elif construction. Elif is similar to if, must go always after an if, and this construction means if this condition is true, we are going to do this. Else, if some other condition is true, we are going to do this. And if this is not true and this is not true, then else we are going to do this. Here in our program, we will need to say if the first number is bigger than the second one, then we are going to display a message. Else, if the first number is smaller than the second one, we are going to display another message. And else, that will mean that they are equal, we are going to display a different message. So let's come to PyScripter. Let's create a new empty file. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to request two numbers, two integer numbers. So I use int row input, write the first number, for example. I'm going to copy this. So variable num2, write the second number. And now I'm going to compare them, If num1 is bigger than num2, as I did on the previous exercise, I'm going to create a variable msg that is going to say, that the first number is bigger than the second number, And here I am going to say that the first number is stored inside num1 and the second number is stored inside num2, Else, if num1 is smaller than num2, the message that I'm going to create is something like this, but I am going to say that the first number is smaller than the second number. This is the first number, is smaller than this. This is the second number. And if it is not bigger and it is not smaller, that means else that they must be equal. So my message is going to be this number and this other number are equal. So which is the first number that should appear here? num1. And which is the second number that should appear here? num2. I have created one message here or here or here. So my final step is going to be printing that message. Be careful with the indentation. If the first number is bigger than the second one, I want to do this. So this is indented inside the if. Else, if the first number is smaller than the second one, I want to create this other message. So this is indented inside the elif. And finally, else, if it is not bigger nor smaller, then it must be equal. So indented inside the else, I am going to do this. And after creating any of these three messages, I go back with my indentation here and I print the message. This print is not inside this if or elif or the else. If I did this message would only be printed if they were equal, because it will be inside the else. I want to print the message always, so I go back with my indentation. I'm going to execute this. write the first number, 23, write the second number, 100. Okay, 23 is smaller than 100, as expected. Write the first number, 42, write the second number, 7. 42 is bigger than 7, as expected. And if I write 8 and 8, 8 and 8 are equal, as expected. So that's it.